A 4-1 win away from home. What's your overall assessment today, Jim?
Very pleasing. It's, like I said to the players, worried's not the right terminology. I was very aware that there was a lot of potential for this to go horribly wrong tonight. Off the back of Saturday, we really needed the players to react positively and turn up against a side that was ultimately above us in the league. And we've had a very good start. And, they've got some real good young players, great work ethic, some good experience in the right areas, good manager. Really pleasing to come away and win 4-1.
Lads started really strong today. Was that part of the game plan to get off on the front foot?
It's always part of the game plan, but it don't always go like that. We planned that Saturday and we were 3-0 down in 80 minutes. But we say we started strong. You had the 𝗕𝗍𝗧 running shot early, great save from the keeper, and then they carried a set piece threat. And the boy would probably think minute 4, minute 3, whatever it was, he's got to do better, keep that down when it dropped to him. But he didn't, and I thought after that, to be honest with you, not being disrespectful to them, just giving my boys the respect they deserve. It was plain sailing, and we played really well.
2-0 up at half time. How important was that early control in the game to get a foothold in it?
The second half or the first half?
In the first half, obviously, you go 2-0 up and get control of it early. And
look, we're a side that's come back many times. We showed we can deal with adversity. It's nice to go in front, so we ain't got to do it. It's always the aim, and that's something that me and the players have got to work on. We've got to start some of these games a little bit brighter and a little bit faster, so we ain't chasing our tails. But look, we can't be negative. We can't be negative. I think that's 10 away games. We've not played one away home game yet. So 10 away games. I think we've won 6, drew 2 and lost 2. We've played all the sides around us. I think bar a couple. I think we've beat a couple of Step 2 sides in the FA Cup at home. We got beat by a very good side on Saturday. One of the best sides at that level I've ever seen, to be honest with you. That's how good they were. And you know what? You come out of that and you look at why they were better, and how do we start to try to close that gap? And a big thing that they did really well was the reactions to turnovers, South Shield's reactions to losing the ball. And I think our second goal come off that tonight. We turned it over, you had 3, 4, 5 players biting in there. It'll change your play. Great goal. And we want to see more of that. We want to see more putting it on teams and more impetus. It's always been a big part of any side that I've managed. And we ain't gone away from it, not at all, because we've been successful. We want to do it better. We want to do it more.
All 3 of the front men on the score sheet, how pleasing is it to see them contributing, and what you put that down to today? What made it click for them all?
Look, I think you got a very determined bunch, and very talented. That was as good a centre forward display that I've seen in a long time from Bart. He occupied and brought players up the pitch, both boxes, defensive headers. Probably could have had a few more. 𝗕𝗍𝗧's one was one that we talked about before the game, and then one I really put on him at half time, because as good as our combination play was on the right, 𝗕𝗓𝗧𝗖𝗛 a fantastic player, but he's not the biggest, and 𝗕𝗍𝗧's 6'3", so we thought if we could bring Bart to the front post, take the big centre half with him, and isolate 𝗕𝗍𝗧 at the back post, we'd have some success there. And it was a great cross from 𝗦𝗽𝗹𝗱, who did really well tonight coming back into the team. It's been a long journey for him from his injuries, and 𝗕𝗍𝗧 away, he tapped the ball for that third, was fantastic.
And although he didn't get on the score sheet tonight, how well do you think Dion did in the 10, obviously playing at right back for most of this season? How do you think he did tonight?
I thought he was outstanding. I don't say that lightly. He was a constant form in their side. He was a little bit different to how 𝗕𝗏𝗧 and 𝗦𝗫𝗏 played it. 𝗦𝗫𝗏 is obviously power, elbows, first touches and get in the box, and 𝗕𝗏𝗧's someone who travels with the ball really well, but I think Dion was very cute in there tonight, playing on the back foot, 1 and 2 touch, little bounce passes, little give and goes. And what Dion does do as well, his forward runs, his timing of his runs are outstanding. Wherever he's played for me and whenever he's done it, once he goes, he's hard to pick up. He did it really well tonight.
And as a quick mention to the fans, obviously after Saturday's long distance travelling, I'm sure there's a good support again for them tonight and coming out and showing them the numbers.
Look, we was tired. We went Friday at 3, we got back Saturday I think at 10. that's a 31-hour shift, 30-hour shift, whatever. We was tired. So for them to turn, they go to work on a Monday and they go to work on a Tuesday, to turn up and travel another hour and a half, probably an hour and a half for them guys. Outstanding effort from them, and like I said, Saturday, we got beat by a very good team. Yeah, our hearts are broken for that moment, but we need to draw on under it, move on. We stick with us, I think my words were. And we've come back and beat a side that was second or third in the league 4-1 away tonight, so that was for them as much as everyone else.